name is Camila Noriega, and today I'm going to be doing my literacy speech on Aristotle's contributions. In an age of technology, science, and debate, it is easy to forget that the principles behind our reasoning were built more than 2,000 years ago. Yet, every modern discipline still carries Aristotle's fingerprints all over it. As a student of Plato, a teacher to Alexander the Great, and a mind whose ideas still influence the modern science, ethics, and logic today, Aristotle has been and continues to be an essential influence to our world. Today, I will be explaining how Aristotle's major contributions have shaped the way we think. I'll start with his creation of formal logic, then moved on to his influence in ethics, and finally talk about his ideas about reality and scientific observation and how they still echo in our modern fields of study. Aristotle is credited with creating the first formal system of logic. He has developed a structured method to be able to determine whether an argument is valid. According to the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy's entry on Aristotle's logic, his system of syllogisms became the foundation of logical reasoning for almost 2,000 years. His method was simple, but it was revolutionary. If certain statements were true, then specific conclusions must also be true. This system would then go on to influence mathematics, philosophy, and even modern computer science, which still rely on this logical structure today. Aristotle's approach wasn't able to just organize arguments. It taught people how to think more clearly and systematically. This contribution alone changed the trajectory of Western thought. Aristotle also transformed the study of ethics. Instead of focusing in strict rules or consequences, he emphasized character. His well-known philosophy, virtue ethics, argues that people become good by developing virtuous habits. This can be like courage, honesty, and fairness, which are all made through practice. The article, Analyzing Aristotle's Virtue Ethic, explains that Aristotle believed moral excellence is shaped through repeated action, not by memorizing rules. This idea is still influencing our modern psychology, moral philosophy, and even education. Aristotle's ethical system is also deeply practical. He believed that the purpose of life is to achieve eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or living well. Paolo Corelli's work on Aristotle highlights that this concept isn't about short-term happiness, but a lifelong process of becoming the best version of oneself. Through virtue ethics, Aristotle offered a framework for understanding human behavior, motivation, and the development of good character, which are ideas that continue to guide our moral philosophy today. Another one of major contributions that Aristotle made was his work in metaphysics, which is the field of the study of existence and what it means for something to be. The Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy explains that Aristotle explored questions like, what is reality made for? And what makes something the kind of thing it is? He introduced the idea of substance, which is the underlying reality of an object, and analyzed how things change over time through concepts like potentiality and actuality. These ideas shape the centuries of philosophical debate and influenced medieval and modern thinkers. But Aristotle was not only concerned with abstract theory. Britannica explains that he was one of the first thinkers to combine philosophy with systematic scientific observation. He studied plants, animals, motion, and the natural world in a careful but organized way, which was something that was very rare to see in ancient Greece for the time. Although some of his scientific conclusions were later corrected, his method of observing, categorizing, and analyzing the natural world laid that foundation for the scientific method that we are using today. Aristotle's influence stretched along logic, ethics, metaphysics, and early science. His work provided the first formal system of reasoning, shaped the development of modern philosophy, and created a framework for understanding existence and change. Even after more than 2,000 years, his ideas continue to guide how we think, question, and learn. Whether we're analyzing an argument, making a moral decision, or studying the nature of reality, we are still walking that path that Aristotle helped pave. His contributions not only shaped ancient thought, they continue to shape the world that we are living in today. Thank you.